Welcome to the bold analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start first by reminding you that kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. I want to say a very big shout out to Bishop or Evangelist Ndegwa, David Ndegwa Mbogo, if I'm not wrong, for your words of encouragement and as an ardent supporter of this channel, and also is a crusader of the handshake, something that I believe, I still mean that. There is a question that Kenyans are asking, and I've just picked it. I've looked at comment section and got this question in more than 3 videos. And I want to frame it simple this way. Kevin, why is Raila insisting on his presidency even after William Ruto was sworn in? Also help me, by the way, pause in a minute. Go to the comment section and tell me, what is your opinion why Raila is insisting? Not on whether Raila is right or wrong. No, that's not the point. The point here is, why do you think he is insisting on his presidency even after even after William Ruto was sworn in? That is 5 months ago. It's a question I took time to just try to crunch my thoughts and try to narrow it down to what I say. I am saying on insisting because I listened to Martha Karua speech, and there was also today and today the plot to go to Kamkunji. Now I think because we had not talked about the Martha Karua speech, there is something she said, and I want you to get it here. Think here.
I think it's everybody knows that we asked for the data. We even asked for access to the server. Access was not only denied, full access that is, but Smartmatic, a foreign company, also wrote stating why it could not give full access. Remember, the Constitution tells IEBC to run the elections. It doesn't tell them to contract to a foreign company over whom Kenya has no jurisdiction. So this data was sat on deliberately by the IEBC, having known what they did, and the court allowed them. Because IEBC is the duty bearer under the Constitution. They keep the records and they keep them to the order of the court. They ought to be availed to parties when they demand it.
You said, well, of what consequence?
And of what consequence is that the truth is now finally out. If you look at the IBC portal, you will not get such data. The truth is finally out. No wonder there are reports that at the IBC they are interrogating people to find out who let the cat out of the bag.
Thank you.
So that one is the press briefing they were holding with Kalonzo Musyoka. And when they were asked by the journalists, there was a question that the journalists who asked question. So what next, or what are they up for? And Martha Karua responded by saying the truth is now out. And she's saying that if what the whistleblower is saying is wrong, then go and open the server. The discussion about the server has been so emotive because even in 2017, the one compelling reason why the current boss, police reform boss, David Maraga, Chief Justice Emeritus, threw out that Uhuru Kenyatta's win was because of the fact that commission was adamant to open the servers. We are back into that. And to some point, I was getting convinced that perhaps this whistleblower report came out, it caught Raila unaware. But I was wrong. Because Raila have called for a meeting. So far, that's it. No one has called a demonstration. He has called for a meeting in Kamkunji. That meeting, there are some people that tried to reach out to us after that, and we've got clarification that the venue was booked. Now, if venue was booked, then this means this thing was planned. And so that is why my position is clear, that whistleblower report did not find Raila unaware. He is not unaware. He's so aware about it, and everything was planned and choreographed, and even this rally was organized prior. I want to tell you what could be in Raila's diary. Why he is pushing for his victory. This strategy, we are all in agreement that William Ruto is the president. Whether he is your president or my president depends on you who is watching. But one factor we cannot argue about is that he is the president. So, what do you think are efforts of Raila, these efforts of Raila to recoup that victory? What does it have to mean? I saw some members of our channel saying, Kevin, don't talk about 2027. But sorry, we may have to take that direction, because one of the reasons why Raila is insisting on that his win or that his victory here is, I could be wrong, but IBC systems may be weak. And as we talk, they may expose grievous election mishaps. It is not a coincidence that all of a sudden, the moment Chebukati and these three commissioners left the commission, and the others also left, there is suddenly this push. The whistleblower came, and of course, now there is calls to open the servers. As I know, as we talk now, if there is going to be an order for those servers to be audited, maybe a high court, but then it's not about, not that they cannot take a case to court, they can take. And even if a high court is supposed to order so that we audit and see what was there, could be a possibility that Raila team or Raila's insiders are now getting a little bit the fact that IB systems could not be that tight. And this can be a plan to expose the rot at the IBC. That could be it. Now, the commission is not there. We actually don't have a commission as we talk. We only have one hanging, waiting her fate. That will be on 23rd on Monday. That is Irene Masit. The rest are out. So this discussion will get into that direction to find out what is it. Raila is also insisting on his miss because, according to me, the plot is to create, or rather to craft, a revolution moment to set the pace for 2027. To me, is crafting a moment. You know, this is what Ruto did. Ruto crafted an economic revolution through the hustler agenda, and he whipped some young people around his presidential bid on that ground. Now here, one card that Raila have, and it does not expire, is the card of being a revolutionist. That card doesn't expire. If it is a bullet, that is normally the unused bullet. Everything can happen, but the tag, the spark of revolution still stays. And that will be a very key aspect to set the pace for what happens. Being in that before revolution, if you sustain that narrative and you sustain the moment, I can tell you that Ruto will have it very rough on not delivering. And things are not good. I listened to the president speaking in Trans Nzoia. Look at the photos in your screen. These are the photos of the President Ruto in Trans Nzoia. One thing you can see is he has decided to go to the street. Raila have smoked him out of his comfort zone, and the photos we're seeing, these are photos of President going. He was in Trans Nzoia, then he decided to meet the people. And if you listen to the speech there, he was telling them that nipe time. I know things are not good, but you have to relax a bit. I still don't have enough. And it seems he has gone to public to defend that things are not good, and for how long are you going to, is the weight going to be there? So successfully, he has taken Ruto to the street, and these photos are photos of crowds. Before you know, there will also be another photos of crowds on the other side of Raila Odinga. So when Raila pushes further this, he knows that Ruto will be irritated. Yes, and Ruto being the politician, the President Ruto cannot keep quiet. He'll come out and start defending himself. He said he doesn't want the other people to do politics. He's going to manage politics himself. Before he knows, he and Gachagua will be managing Raila Odinga's supporters, because there will be crowd. Could be. The revolution card can be floated, but few months or few months to election, you ask for a scorecard, because now Raila is not supposed to be asked for a scorecard. In 2022, Ruto was asking Raila the handshake scorecard. And by the way, that's one thing that let Raila down to some extent, that the scorecard was on Uhuru Kenyatta, and it was on giant projects, but because of Ruto's politics of the hustler, the scorecard could not be seen. So that's one of the reasons. And that revolution could successfully, I can see Raila is trying to consolidate the Azimio team. Now, consolidating Azimio supporters, why? He's trying to consolidate them through a common ideology. And the ideology is very simple. We never lost the election. Our election was robbed. We were robbed of our win. When that ideology is there, it will counter William Ruto's political inroads. Let it not be lost to you that even one of the strongest person that was behind Raila, in the name of Francis Atwoli, is now behind President Ruto. Campaign machinery, one of the leaders that I really admire, Hassan Joho, is in Dubai. Is not active anywhere. Look at the people that campaigned with Raila. Look at Charity Ngilu, former President Uhuru Kenyatta. So Raila has remained, sorry to say, but alone with the people. But so the only thing he can do for now, when you consolidate the people, that's the future of our politics. When you consolidate and you get the support of the people, the leaders will just now start coming back. Okay, because you now have the backing of the people. Lastly, I see a possibility that if someone somewhere out of this country lifted Ruto to presidency, and they know what happened for Ruto to become president, then they could still be behind Raila Odinga. And that's why Raila is demanding that victory. They could still be pushing Raila that, I know what happened. You say this, make it this way, and we'll push it to the other. So this can be a very good strategy that also have international footprints, where they're saying, this is what happened, where's Samahi? Then they will go back to the president and tell the president that, look here, what he's saying is the truth, and you do not, so we need to do this and that. So that Raila will checkmate Ruto. A call or an invitation that I will reject. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts. I want to hear from you. Why Raila is demanding those answers now? What do you think? What do you think? Mine are the four.